You need to make this quantitative. You need to contemplate all the possible scenarios and give them a probability to each of them. And then you have to decide how would each of these scenarios impact on your profit and loss statement. That would allow you to rank events according to how risky they are for your business plan, and you have to follow more carefully those that come up with the higher risk factors. You need action plans and triggers. Triggers means if this happens, then I need to do this. If something else happens, then I need to take these other actions. You don't know what's going to happen, and your probability assessment might be wrong, but you're hedging risks in an uncertain environment. And that's what any responsible manager ought to do.
Brexit is a fantastic example. You have enormous companies which have global supply chains which are completely integrated, and they fundamentally don't pay attention to the possibility that things might be different tomorrow. You have an enormous community of diplomats, analysts, military officers, and spies and journalists. All they think about are geopolitical issues. And then you have the international business community, which by and large reads nothing that these guys write. Then they call a consultant and say, hey, what happened? In many companies, there's a function called government affairs or corporate affairs, but their reason to exist is to explain the company to governments, to influence legislation at the European Union or in the United States, etc. They're really not there to explain the world to the executives. That function is the right function to have.
Historically, since the times of empire, the UK has been an exporter of all sorts of goods and an importer of food. So there could be opportunities for import substitution, to produce in the UK. But otherwise, Brexit is a big destroyer of opportunities, especially for UK companies. We should not forget that the UK is important for the EU, but the EU is much more important for the UK. Bottom line, my advice would be to look for alternative markets. The US, China, these are interesting opportunities. India is likely to be in the future.